Hello, I'm Susan McCullen, intuitive astrologer, and I want to talk about Jupiter. And who wouldn't want to talk about Jupiter? Jupiter is the king of the party. Jupiter is jovial, jolly, fortunate, lucky, optimistic, brings good things in. So Jupiter is important for several reasons now. Jupiter is the ruler of Sag, and as long as we have the sun in Sag, it's magnified. But there's even another reason that Jupiter is magnified. Jupiter has been retrograde for some time, and it turns direct on December 30th. So for 2 weeks before that and 2 weeks after that, it is drilling down on 5 degrees of Taurus. So the Sabian symbol for 5 degrees of Taurus is cantilever bridge across a deep gorge. So Jupiter is helping us bridge from the old earth, the old world, to the new world, to the new earth. And Jupiter is in an earth sign, Taurus the builder, so very appropriate. So it's not the only powerful energy. Neptune turned direct on the 6th of December. So that same energetic of weeks before and weeks after being super powerful. And why is that retrograde planets, especially when they're stationing, are super powerful? They're at their closest point at those times, so we feel their energy very deeply. So Neptune is about the dream, about inspiration, compassion, spirituality, and being very tuned into other realms and what that can bring for us. So another thing that is really important now is some Mercury trines. So Mercury turned direct at the new moon on December 12th. But this retrograde is not a negative thing. Retrogrades get a bad rap. So what Mercury during the 3 weeks of its retrograde is encouraging, and here comes the street sweeper. So you know what? I'm not even going to pause the recording because I'm going to build that right into my podcast. We'll get to that in a minute. So we're talking about Mercury and its retrograde. So when Mercury goes retrograde, it's at its closest to the Earth, always the case with retrogrades. And when planets are magnified in their presence, there can be an intensity that can make things feel a little too much. And so when Mercury is retrograde, that's that classic maybe snafus in communication, that sort of thing. But the gift of Mercury retrograde is a chance to really think about what we want. Okay, so I had those things in mind to do. Does that still make sense to me? Does that project that I was fired up about, does that still make sense to me? So when a planet is retrograde, it gives us an opportunity to rethink, to revisit, to rejigger something, and then when it goes direct, passes over those same degrees of the zodiac, and we've got that third chance to really manifest something powerful. So I think it's a good thing. So Mercury trines Jupiter 3 times. It trines Jupiter on, I gotta check my notes here, it trined on December 17th, also again December 18th, and then when it's direct, it trines Jupiter on January 19th when it is in Capricorn. So that is earth signs. So Capricorn is an earth sign, Taurus is an earth sign. So that's builder energy. Taurus is give me the plans. I've got my subcontractors here. I got my people ready to go, and we will build this thing. And then Capricorn is the big thinker. What has worked in the past? What do we want to bring forward from the past? And what do we want to imagine and create going forward 7 generations. So that's a high aspect, a higher octave of Capricorn energy, is really having that far-seeing vision and what is best for this tribe that's living on Earth at this time. So Earth signs, the big thinker, the doer, let's get this done. So it's a super powerful thing. So there are other challenge aspects happening. Always. There's always something square in something, or a quincunx, or an opposition. But we are powerful creators. We can, with our energetics, with our thoughts, with our feelings, with our words, with our actions, we can focus on the positive, and we can help create that. And you're powerful, I'm powerful. Our world has not really supported the knowledge that each of us is this powerhouse of energy, but it's true. We are all super powerful creators. Now, I understand if you're having some deep personal stuff that's going through that's uncomfortable. I get it. But when the clouds part a little bit, when there's a glimmer of sunlight and you can see your way through, then decide what it is you want to create, because you do have the power. So I have gremlins that come up from time to time. I imagine you have gremlins that come up from time to time. And I let my inner kindergartner out. I made a holiday letter. I stamped it with all these Christmas stamps in every color of the rainbow. And then I sealed these pieces of paper up with sealing wax. Again, just had so much fun with that. And stuck in a picture of my cat, Callie, our cat, Callie. And I thought, I'm taking this around to my neighbors, a little holiday cheer. And then the gremlins spoke up and they said, well, nobody's going to want that. Who do you think you are? Nobody wants you or whatever you do. And I gave myself a pep talk. I tuned into Jupiter, the king of possibility, the king of the party. And I took those little missives around to my neighbors, and they were thrilled. I even got to see a new baby, this perfect newborn little baby girl. And it's really hard for gremlins to criticize a newborn baby. And she is beautiful, and she is lovable, and she is worthy. And I am beautiful and lovable and worthy. We don't degrade in our lovability and our worthiness. Our physical bodies might be more challenged by some of the years going by, but we are just as worthy and just as lovable. And you are just as worthy and just as lovable as the day you were born. And I hope you were treasured as the gift that you were and the gift that you are. So if your gremlins come up, then call on the king of positivity, Jupiter, to tell the truth. You matter and are worthy. Your contributions are important and are needed. And Mars is also in this beautiful picture. And there goes the street sweeper again. And what I love about the street sweeper coming through is we're gonna leave Mars for a moment. We're gonna talk about Pluto and Capricorn. So Pluto is at the final degree of Capricorn, and there's an intensity that comes when any planet, and certainly Pluto, is at the last degree of any sign. And it really wants to get it done, get it right. So Pluto in Capricorn is about taking down the old that no longer serves. That old energy that is clinging on, that wants the power over, that wants the superstructures that are crumbling, wants to shore them up, wants to continue doing things the way it's always been done for decades, for millennia. And that's an old energy that is going. So the street sweepers coming by, very appropriate, cleaning the stuff out of the gutters, moving it along, because Pluto tears down what no longer works and makes space for the new. So I wasn't planning on talking about this, but the street sweepers brought it up. On January 20th, Pluto enters Aquarius. It had dipped its toes for a few months in 2023 into Aquarius and retrograded back to Capricorn to finish that cleanup job. And on January 20th, at the same time as the sun goes into Aquarius, it's going to be traveling with Pluto, 0 degrees. And so this is the fresh, new energy that we want, the world that we want to build together, power with, not power over, a place for everybody at the table, level the playing ground, no empty bellies. So this is what our energy can and will create. It's in the ethers, it's a done deal. It's up to us now to manifest it, to bring it in. And we've got powerful assets. So Mars, what was I going to say about Mars? Oh, Mercury conjuncts Mars in Sagittarius from December 27th through the 29th. It turns direct, and it again conjuncts Mars, this time in Capricorn, from January 27th through the 29th. So Mars is fire. Mars fires us up to do these things. We've just been kind of thinking, sometime I'll get around. Well, Mars says, hey, it's now. So we've got so many good things moving us forward. The visual that I have is pushing us, saying, yeah, here we go. It's time. You can do this. So many good things. Hello, street sweeper. We got your message. You can leave now. And if you would like a personal reading, that would be a great joy. I would love to connect with you personally. It's really my favorite thing to do. And I promise we will find so many wonderful things in your chart. So if I get myself together, I'm going to sing you a little song. And I'm going to connect with you in another few weeks. Blessings. Hello. Jupiter is the happiest of planets. So I wanted to share this painting I did with you. I think you can see happy written across it. I deliberately made it so it kind of blended in acknowledgement that sometimes we have to look for the happy. It's not always evident. So I'm going to give you the full picture here. My inner kindergartner came out on this one. And also with a little more detail, the part of me that likes things just so. So much fun painting, and so much fun letting myself express in a way I never thought I could, because I never really got any encouragement in high school and in art class. And who cares? You know, aren't we just supposed to bring forth what's in our hearts and share it with our companions on earth? So that's what I'm doing. This is a song called Paradise, or another little piece of paradise, because paradise can be anywhere and it can be small. It doesn't have to be something that is overwhelming and that huge vacation or whatever. So I'm finding paradise right here in Michigan. We got another little piece of paradise right here, right here. Another little piece of paradise in Michigan, whoa, Michigan. We search the world for beauty, we search the world for love, but right here in Michigan here is paradise, here is paradise. We've got another little piece of paradise. Right here, another little piece of paradise in Michigan, oh Michigan. The sweet taste of a cherry, the feel of the falling rain. But right here, planted in my heart, is the beauty of a tree. We've got another little piece of paradise right here, another little piece of paradise in Michigan, oh Michigan, in Michigan, oh Michigan.